Welcome to the E&M Audio Media Services Show. I'm one of your co-hosts, Professor Mark, along with my co-host.
I am Mr. Earl Johnson Jr., better truly known as the healing voice of the world.
This show is all about creating audio shows with us to benefit yourself, your community, and the world. Now on with the show. Welcome back for another edition of the E&M Audio Media Services Show. As you know, you can find us on all podcasting platforms, and you can also email us specifically for this show at mediaem04@gmail.com. Now, you know we have been putting in a lot of work and putting in a lot of work on show development. So we've got a couple of shows, and we're going to be a lot more coming down the pike. But for right now, we also have the Master Communicator Show. And we're on Patreon, www.patreon.com/the Master Communicator Show. And you can also reach us specifically. You want to reach out to us to get those free consultations for both E&M and the Master Communicator Show. Reach out to us at mediaem04@gmail.com. And most recently, we have developed the art of highly successful, practical, commonsensical political communication /political success 1. You can also find that on Patreon, www.patreon.com/political campaign success 1. And for that, to reach us for this show, you can reach us at tahspc@gmail.com. And we have so many more shows coming down the road. You know, the Healing Voice and I were just talking before this show about how many more shows we want to put out there. And if I told you the number of shows we are looking to put out there, you wouldn't believe. So you're going to be looking for a lot of content coming down the road. We'll have shows that you can find on YouTube, on all the podcasting platforms, on Patreon. There's just so much coming down the road. We really appreciate all of our loyal subscribers, all of our loyal listeners. You see things on YouTube, hit a like, leave a comment, that always helps with the algorithm. Also, make sure you're looking for more content on patreon.com. So let's get to today's show. Today, we're going to be talking about content and personality and content. Brother Earl, why don't you come in and let us know, give us a little feedback on what we're going to be hearing.
All right. Hey, guys, this is the E&M Audio Media Services Show, guys. Guys, we are back. You guys know me. I am Mr. Earl Johnson Jr., better truly known as the healing voice of the world, guys. And you know who Professor Mark there, he was just telling you all the great stuff that we have going on. And guys, listen up. Listen to these shows. These shows are so important, and they will help you in so many different ways. So go to those shows and listen to those shows, because it's a lot of important information there. And if it's nothing but to entertain you will enjoy that at least. And go out and tell as many friends as you possibly can about all the great shows we got up now and we'll have in the future, guys. So we're going to talk about here at the E&M Audio Media Services Show. We're going to talk about, let's talk about content and personality. Wow. Content and personality. What a thing that is, guys. Without either one of those, your show is going nowhere fast. Well, if you don't have it the right way, if you don't have the right content in the right way, you don't have the right kind of personality, you're going to fail yourself miserably on these platforms, guys. So in learning how to have the correct personality, how to have the correct information that you want to, content that you want to get out to people, you got to come to us so we can train you on these things. It is very, very important that you know how to use both of those in the right way. That's going to help build your audience. What do you say about that, Professor Mark?
I mean, we talk about this a lot on our shows, and also when we're having our conversations about planning our episodes, how important it is to have good quality content, and that someone who wants to make content can be a subject matter expert in something, whatever it is, whatever the content is that they want to put out there. But it's also just as important to have the personality, because you can have be a content specialist and whatever you're talking about. I mean, if you're an astronaut or you're a physicist, you're a chef, you're a teacher, your subject matter. But if you can't develop the personality to deliver the content in an entertaining way, we always talk about infotainment. That's what we're in the business of marrying someone's information, someone's content with a personality, that mic presence we always talk about. Then you're going to have a problem, because who is going to listen to you? So I was just listening to a content creator today, and he was using that old adage, the customer's always right. The customer is the listener, the person you want to provide that infotainment to. And if they're not listening, then they're telling you that you're not selling a good product. So we're in the business, or the Healing Voice and I, of helping you get that content that you have out there, and then marrying it with our training, which is going to help you develop that mic presence and that personality. And you're only going to be able to succeed when you get on these mics, because we do not train someone and just put them on the mic. We train people. We train them specifically to be able to deliver their content in an entertaining fashion with a mic presence and a personality that is going to guarantee that you get those results that you want. That's what we're talking about here. It's all about both the content and the personality. And if you don't have those things, you can just put something out there, but you're not going to get the results that you want.
Yeah, there's a thing called winning personality, right? When you know how to have that winning personality. But you know what? Here's the thing: not necessarily having it, but come get the training. This is the training. What we do, we teach you how to have that winning personality, and we all have experience where we have listened to somebody, and the content could be really, really good, but the way they deliver it, is horrible. We all have experienced that, right, Professor Mark?
Unfortunately, I've endured that a few times. I can think of specifically, going to school, and I'm sure everyone's going to school, so they can empathize with that, sympathize with this. Going, and the teacher knows information, but the way to deliver it, it can put you to sleep, or your mind is already drifting, or maybe your employer, subject matter expert, but the way they deliver it, it's like people's eyes are just glazed over after 2 minutes. So it's all about being able, and I'm not saying you have to be a world-class entertainer, but you have to be able to present the information in a way that people are not just going to hear it, they're going to be able to digest it. And that always comes back to this whole idea of the Healing Voice, and I always talk about that infotainment. It's the information, but it's also being able to bring that personality so that people are able to digest it and understand it and come away knowing what you want them to know and not being put off by it.
Yeah. And learning when you have that kind of personality, when we train you how to have that kind of personality, you'll know how to push your content, how to present your content in a way, right? And so you'll know exactly how to move your audience. And it's simply about moving your audience, right? And holding people attention. What I got to do to hold your attention is what? Is have that kind of personality, right? And not only in the personality training, Professor Mark, what we do? We teach people on tonality, right? How to use your voice, how to have that winning voice. You come to us and we do voice training, guys. We don't just put you out here on these mics. It's a lot of training you go through, because why do it if you don't want to be the GOAT? Why do it? And what does the GOAT mean, Professor Mark?
Greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time. Everybody wants to be the greatest of all time. So you don't want to just be doing something just to be doing it, spinning your wheels and going nowhere fast. You want to be able to do what you do, get a lot of people's attention, and hold their attention to no matter what your content is, right? And when people gravitate to you, they love your personality. You have that winning kind of personality. Guess what? People will hang tight with you. Next thing you know, you climbing that mountain with a lot of people. So it is important that you come to us and get this kind of training, the training of personality training, because if you don't have a winning personality, you are going nowhere fast. It's almost like you in your car, you got your foot on the accelerator and your foot on the brake at the same time. What you think about that, Professor Mark?
I absolutely agree. I mean, you can see the results. I challenge people to go and look at YouTube. Go and look at these platforms that we're talking about that you're always hearing us discuss. Go and look and listen to some content creators. Listen to their personality. Listen to their performance, and don't just listen to the ones you like, the ones you enjoy. Go listen to ones you don't necessarily like, and just see how they operate, their principles that they're operating on, their tone, the mic presence, the command words, all the things we educate you about on this show. But also go look at their numbers. Look at the engagement. Go look at the contents that people are leaving, and you'll be able to tell the people who have information that people care about, but also have that personality. I mean, when when Brother Earl, the Healing Voice, brings this up, usually my mind goes to a creator out there, somebody on ESPN. He's very well known. He has an outgoing personality. I'm sure you probably can narrow down to one or two people I'm talking about there. And, he's been able to build not only his persona on ESPN, but now he has his own podcasting platforms. And you can just see he oozes personality, and people come not just to listen because he knows the X's and O's, he knows his business, but he has the personality to engage people versus someone else who maybe is of equal knowledge, but they're dry and you can just tell the difference in the numbers. So the proof is in the pudding. So go and listen to these shows. Go and get a good idea of what we're talking about, and you will see the people who have both the information and the mic presence, that infotainment, they thrive, versus someone who has one or the other. It doesn't work. So you need both.
Yeah. And one of the great things when you get training from us, that magical word called confidence, right? Because along with this, once your confidence, and we help build your confidence up on you being able to have that dynamic personality, that winning personality, that drives your personality. When you know you are a winner. You are a winner, and you have that kind of personality and attitude and everything that draws people to you, right? And we train you to have that, because without that, your show is not going nowhere fast, right? So what you want to do is present your show to the world in a way that the world can grasp hold to it and hold on tight with you, take that ride with you. And that's what it's all about. So it's important that you come get the training. Professor Mark, can you tell us how they can contact us to come get all of this good training? Free consultation.
Well, I mean, you've heard it before. You'll hear it again. You'll hear it again in the future. You can reach out to us at mediaem04@gmail.com. That is mediaem04@gmail.com. That is how you reach out to us. That's how you engage us. Send us your show ideas. Let's talk about that free consultation. Let's start getting you on the road to having your own podcast and become a member of the E&M Audio Media Services family. And I just want to just add on to what Brother Earl just had to say. I was thinking about, well, why are you listening to our show right now? Obviously, we're doing something right. Obviously, we're marrying that, information and that entertainment. You wouldn't be listening to us if we weren't doing that, and I just was thinking about my progression on the mic from beginning when I was like, the Brother Earl, he was talking about, let's do 30 minutes. I was like, let's maybe do 15 minutes. Let's work into this. And I can just hear it in my voice now, how much more comfortable I am on the mic, not a lot of ums and, fumbling around with words. It's more natural now. So you see the progression. And that takes time, and that takes skill, that takes training, and just not being on the mic and throwing anything out there and hoping for the best. It takes training. So reach out to us. Send us that show idea. Send us a message letting us know you want to get, do that first consultation. You're ready to go, and we're gonna be there for you. What do you think, Brother Earl?
Absolutely, guys, and you'll get to a point after training and with us and letting us guide you through this process, you'll get, it's a thing called comfortability. You get so comfortable in doing this till it becomes second nature to you, natural to you, to speak on the mic in a way that's gonna bring your audience to you and gather more people to listen to you, because now you making your show sound real good. You touching people's hearts and you got that personality going and just make people feeling good listening to you. So get the training from us. Let's start from there. That's the starting point that you must do. Get the training from us, right? Let us have that free consultation with you, and then you'll see what we're talking about, right? And one of the things that holds a lot of people back, because if you haven't had the training, a lot of time people get into fear base. They get fearful of these mics. Oh, I can't talk in front of the mic and all of that good stuff. Well, because you haven't had the training. Right. Come to us. We get rid of the fear, right, Professor Mark?
I mean, you could hear it in my voice. I mean, I'm much more comfortable, and I know that public speaking is like up there to death. It might outrank death for people. I mean, people are very afraid of the mic, of the public presence, of being out there in public speaking, even though you have so many people who are content creators and TikTokers and all this other kind of stuff. So the walls are slowly breaking down where, I mean, everyone is always connected now. So I think that people are willing to engage. People are interested. I mean, obviously, people listening to us are interested. There's so much content out there that people are listening to. It's just you taking that initial step to say, I want to be a content creator. I'm specifically interested in podcasting. I'm specifically interested in the audio podcasting, and reaching out to us and letting us know, I have an idea. I'm interested in this. This is my idea. This is a little script I wrote. This is what I'm thinking about doing. And then having us help you flesh it out. Brother Earl is on the mic. He's got the board. He's got the computer. He's got the music. We've got the training. All we need you to do is just reach out to us. And as you've seen for a couple of our shows, you don't even necessarily have to be here in the room with us. You don't have to be in the same state or the same country. We can Bluetooth you in. There's Zoom. There's all these kind of ways to engage and train. So all it is really an email away. Just let us know you're interested, and we're ready. We're right here, ready to teach you and guide you through this process. And you'll have your own show in no time. Be out there putting content. And if it's for business or for personal, we're always encouraging and putting people on the path to not just putting free content out there for its sake, although that is something definitely to do, but also to get you monetized, get you in a Patreon, get you in all of these other, opportunities that are out there. Maybe you're becoming a public speaker and an expert on whatever your field is. So just send us that email, Brother Earl. Tell them.
Yes, it's so many ways to go with this thing, right? I'm telling you, once you take the training, you're going to be able. You build your confidence in this arena and how to speak. I am a professional speaker. That's what I do. I teach people this art form. It is truly an art form to know how to speak, right? Everyone can talk, but not everyone knows how to speak. Absolutely, guys. So listen, get the training from us. Allow us to help you and build your show, because this is a business like every other business. And so we want you to be the best at it, but come to us so we can train you to be the best, right? And guide you through this process so you will be the GOAT and will be a winner. All of these things can occur if you connect up with us. So, Professor Mark, let's talk about content. I think content is so important. You gotta have something to talk about.
Content is king these days. look at all Netflix and Disney and Hulu. I mean, they're all in the content game. It's all this. We're awash in content. Whether it's audio, it's visual. It's so much out there.
Yeah. And what we can do for you now. Here's the thing. We come up with content with you, or you already bring your content with you. Right. And then we create it for this particular audio platform. That's what it's all about. Taking your content, building it out for an audio show. And that's really what we absolutely do. When we have that consultation with you, we sit down, we talk about your content. What are you presenting to the world? What do you want to present to the world? What do you want to say? How do you, and all that good stuff, what you want to talk about, right? And how you want to introduce yourself to the world. I think a lot of people, Professor Mark, get hung up on introducing themselves to the world. What you think about that?
Yeah, I remember we've done a few shows where introducing is probably the hardest thing, is getting over that initial hump and then going and talking whatever the content is and having the personality to present it a certain way. It's difficult to do that first step. I mean, you can go back and listen to some of the first shows I was doing with the E&M show and all that kind of stuff, but I'm sure you can see it. It's hard to do that initial step. So many people out there aren't comfortable doing it, but they're required and need to do it for their job. Public speaking is a part of it in some form of fashion, whether it's their public facing, outward facing part of the business, or internally they have to give presentation reports and allow a lot of people do the whole Toastmasters thing, but that can only take you so far. And that is not what we are giving you. We're giving you in-depth, intense preparation, not just on giving information, but on how to be compelling and persuasive. And that's a whole different set of things right there. So I know people can be hesitant. Public speaking is up there with actual death. About people are just afraid to get out there on a platform, whatever it is, to talk. But with training, it can be overcome. And that just requires you being willing to engage with someone who can do that. Brother Earl, the Healing Voice, and I are here to help you get over that initial fright, of public speaking. And I think a lot of it is, once you're trained, you're going to be comfortable. You're going to know, I know what I know. I know how to say it. I know how to use command words, and you'll be ready to go. And that's, we will not put you on the mic. We will not get your show out there. We'll not release anything until and unless we know you're ready. And that's a part of the game.
Yeah. And taking your content and commercializing it. That's one of the things we train you on, commercializing your content. And when you take the initial consultation with us and get the training, and then you go off into training with us, you'll know what we're talking about when we're talking about commercializing it, your content, right? And have it so attractive that everybody want to hear what you have to say. It's almost like making a cake. You know what I'm saying? Putting all the ingredients together to come up with a dynamic show. Your show. It'll be totally your show, and it'll be a winnable show, right? Because you are the brand. And when you are the brand, guess what? We have to learn to turn people on and to get people to want to hear your show, your content, and just want to be a part of what you got going on. And how you present that to the world in this audio world that we have created for you is what it's all about. It's taking you from nowhere to somewhere very, very fast. And that's what we do. We want you to be a winner. We want everyone to be winners on these mics. And that's what we basically do. Right, Professor Mark?
That's what we do. We take you from beginning to end. We have the equipment. We have the programs to slice and dice and get your show nice and right. We've got the music. We've got the training. It's all about getting you ready to marry the content with the personality, so you have that perfect balance of information and entertainment, which will only help your show succeed and be out there in the ether and all of these podcasting platforms and on YouTube and here and there. And you will see people will listen, people will engage. We always talk about this can be a supplemental form of income for you, but also you do well enough, this can become your career. I mean, there's people out there, you've seen them, they've got 50K subscribers on YouTube or 100,000 or more. And they could be talking about anything. And once you hit that level, you definitely can convert some of those if not everyone, into a Patreon customer, but definitely the algorithm is going to be working in your favor. You're going to have the likes, and YouTube is going to be breaking you off, or whatever medium it is, money. This is a viable business model. And all it takes is for you to reach out to us and for you to get that training and start the show.
Yeah, and we will definitely produce your show from top to bottom, produce you, because we want you to succeed. This is something that we do. We have fun doing it, and we want you to also be able to do it, make money doing it, and just be someone who has a dynamic show or shows with us. We want to produce you from top to bottom, bottom to top. So you'll be that perfect show person, have a lot of showmanship, and be a winner. And that's what it's all about, guys. Here at E&M Audio Media Service Show, we want you to come along with us. Take this ride with us, guys, because we know once you do, and you learn, get all this training, and we create your show, you're gonna see how you can ride that wave of winning with your own show. Absolutely. Professor Mark, we're gonna be getting ready to get up out of here on this particular show, guys. We got so much to bring to you guys. We got so many shows we want to put out here. We got a lot of material, guys, for you guys. So we want you to come be a part of us and take that ride with us here at E&M Audio Media Services. What you think about that, Professor Mark?
I'm looking forward to people's ideas. I was actually just thinking, we've got a lot of ideas for our shows. Do you have an idea for a show that we should do? Something that you want to hear us talk about? So send that as well. Let us know the kind of shows, the kind of content, kind of information that we haven't covered that you do want us to cover. We love feedback. We love hearing what our customer, our fan base thinks. So just reach out to us with those thoughts in mind. And we're looking forward to hearing from you and working with you and making you part of the team, part of the family. Because we're looking to grow and bring people in from all across the world.
Yeah, and then learn to step out of your comfort zone, guys. A lot of times, don't be in a situation in your life where you say woulda, coulda, shoulda. Because if you look at other people's content and they're making a living at it, you can do the same. So learn not to be a consumer of content. Learn to allow other people consume your content. I want to say that one more time. Do not allow yourself to be just a consumer of other people's content because they're making money off of you, right? Learn to put out content that you can make some money, and coming to us, we'll talk about that in that free consultation because I think that is so important. We have too many people who are just consumers of other people's content and realize when you're consuming other people's content, they're making cha-ching off of you, right? And so you must also learn, as well as you consume, you must allow other people to consume your content. And coming here, letting us put your show out will also even it out. I think that'll even it out. What'd you say about that, Professor Mark?
I'm looking forward to helping them even it out.
Absolutely, guys. So don't just be a consumer of other people's content. You create content, and we all creators. So you create content that the world will want to hear from you, because information is very, very powerful. Information that a lot of people around the world don't know, and so you will be the one giving out that information and building your audience, right? And getting paid to do so on these platforms, guys. So contact us, MEDIAEM04@gmail.com. Did I get it right, Professor Mark?
Got it right.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Guys, we getting ready to get out of here. Please contact us. We got more shows for you. Contact us. Let's get your show out and get the training that you need to be the best that you can be when it comes to having audio shows. That's what we do, right, Professor Mark?
That's creating audio content. We're looking to see you in YouTube, Patreon, and every other medium and in between.
Absolutely, guys. So, guys, when we come to the end of another E&M Audio Media Service Show, here's the thing. Contact us. You know how to contact us for your free consultation. Contact us. Step out of your comfort zone. Do something different. Let yourself be proud of yourself. Do something different and get that free consultation with us, guys. So we are getting ready to get out of here. This is the E&M Audio Media Services Show. We want to say, guys, go out and tell as many people as you possibly can about all of our shows, and learn to be a winner. Learn to win for yourself with us here at E&M Audio Media Service Show, guys. Go out and have a fantastic day on purpose. We're out of here, guys. You'll hear from us on the next one. Bye, y'all.
Hey, this is E&M Audio Media Services. I'm Professor Mark, along with my co-host, Earl Johnson Jr., better truly known as the Healing Voice. Did you know that we have audio shows that you can listen to right now? They are E&M Audio Media Services show that you can always get on all major podcasting platforms, along with the Master Communicator Show and the Art of Highly Successful, Practical, Commonsensical, Political Communication, Political Campaign Success 1. You can find these shows on Patreon. There are many more shows to come. To contact us, email us at mediaem04@gmail.com. That is mediaem04@gmail.com. This is E&M Audio Media Services. Thank you for listening to all of our shows and many more shows to come. Thank you for listening to the E&M Audio Media Service Show. If you have a show idea in mind and you would love to monetize that show, contact us at mediaem04@gmail.com. That is mediaem04@gmail.com. Now go out and tell as many people as you possibly can about all of the E&M Audio Media Service shows. And again, thank you for listening to the E&M Audio Media Service Show.